Welcome to the Horsepower Podcast. I always love, Micah, like waiting to see who you have found for the podcast. Like I look at the door and I'm like, who has Micah found today? Do you want to, how did this all come about?
You want the real story or you want the PC story?
I want the real story.
All right, so it all started with a Hauser. So he's going to get on there because I'm calling him out now. I looked him right in the eye. I said, House, would you like to do a podcast with me? And this man said, when? I said, in about an hour. He's and he asked me for $1,000.
$1,000?
I don't know. All right, I'm exaggerating. It's not 1,000. He asked me for 500 though. So come on. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. Like so I couldn't afford House, guys. So if you guys are mad at home that you didn't get House, instead you got Clarence Hicks. So.
Clarence Hicks.
He came at a cheaper rate. Free 99.
Yeah, free 99.
But he's number one in our hearts.
Yeah.
Clarence Hicks, everyone.
We appreciate you, Clarence. Thanks for being here.
It's an honor to be here.
Do you know what you've gotten yourself into? Have you been on a podcast before?
I've never been on a podcast before. This is my first one ever.
Okay.
First timer.
It's going to be the time of your life.
I believe it.
How are you guys? How did the Monday go?
Monday was cool. Getting back on my feet after it took about a day off. Mm-hmm. And I'm ready to get the rolling this week.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually pretty hot out there today.
I
broke a sweat.
Warm.
Yeah. Not insanely hot. In Texas, I think I checked my thermostat because I have a Nest at home. It's like 101 outside, which means it's about like 80 inside, which means it feels about 120. But we got portable AC units.
Yeah, we got AC in.
Yeah. Okay. And we got central AC. Like, that's how much AC. We have central AC units, but we had to get portable AC units in order to make it livable.
Really?
There's scorpions that come in our house.
Scorpions. What part of Texas you live in?
San Antonio.
You live in San Antonio?
Yeah.
That's where I be at.
Yeah. He went to UTSA, everyone. Yeah. My brother actually... You weren't there last year, were you?
No. Nah, my last year was 21.
20. Okay, my brother actually played at Rice, and he played against UTSA and went to go watch him.
Okay.
Yeah, they beat Rice.
Yeah, we put that bean on them. Every year we put that bean on Rice.
It's whatever. Anyway, it's not my school. I went to Texas Tech. You know, that would never happen to Texas Tech. But yeah, there's a scorpion thing actually going on in San Antonio where I guess because of the ecosystem, there's a huge like uptick in scorpions. So there was about like 6 or 8 scorpions found in my house.
Oh,
in your house alone?
I've never actually seen a scorpion in my house, but other people have seen it. It's crazy.
What do you do when you come across a scorpion in your house, do you think?
The ones at least in San Antonio, I'm not.
Yeah.
At least you survive because people have been stung by them and no hospital visit or nothing. So it's not that bad.
Okay.
I heard they got to have like the white tails or something like. It's something that certain color they got to have to let you know they poisonous or not.
That makes sense. Yeah. Don't they have some sort of indicator? Like?
Yeah, it's an indicator. I can't remember exactly what it is, but because I remember last year, my friend of mine, he did have a scorpion in his home too. I did hear about that last year, actually. It was a lot hotter last year, though.
Oh, yeah. They find the cold areas.
It was bad.
I take it back. I did see a scorpion, but it was like under one of my couches, and it was already dead.
Oh.
So, like, I like unveiled it. I was and it was already squished, like, so that's the closest.
Okay, so is a scorpion the kind of spider that you can just take a broom?
Spider? It's not a spider. Oh, Canadians.
Is a scorpion not a spider?
No, last week was roly-polies.
You're right.
Roly-polies are
we still don't know what roly-poly are.
What are they called?
Potato bugs. Maybe. I still don't know if
that's
actually true.
Is, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We don't have them
They
here.
didn't know what a roly-poly was.
We also don't have scorpions, so I guess I'm allowed to not.
She said it was a spider.
It's an arachnid. What's
it's arachnid. Yes.
Arachnid?
Yes.
Arachnid.
A spider easy to kill.
Yes.
Yeah. This
Scorpion,
is no spider.
It ain't easy to kill.
They move around quick. Like they're like.
And they look a lot scarier. They look a lot scarier.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh. A lot of ways to die in Texas.
Texas is scary. Well, last week you said there were no ways to die. Now all of a sudden there's
San Antonio.
Scorpions.
I take that back. San Antonio is when you get towards the rougher edges of Texas.
Okay.
Texas is a whole nation. In Dallas, you're safe. And where else?
Houston,
you're kind of safe. Stay away from the water.
Austin.
Oh, Austin, you're the safest there. I mean, there's nothing going on there.
Okay.
But San Antonio, get towards the mountains.
Do you guys feel safe in Calgary?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
I feel safe in Canada in general.
Yeah.
I think just because coming to a different country, I never was a big fan of leaving the United States.
Yeah.
And until this opportunity came, and now I've been experiencing just how just Canadians are and just how genuine y'all are. So like it's gonna feel weird going back to the States, and like I got to put my mean face back on because Americans we ain't nice at all.
But when I go to the States, I feel like Americans are nice.
Where have
you
you
guys
been
are
in
real
this-
Yeah, where you
friendly.
been?
where have you
been?
been?
Well, a few different. I mean,
East Coast, West Coast, down
State.
south.
more,
States.
more so on the East Coast. I feel like people get on the elevator and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Whereas in Canada, it's more just like you get the little half smile kind of thing. Like they're still like they say Canadians are polite, but I feel like Americans are more outgoing.
Yeah,
and
we
friendly,
more. Yeah.
kinda.
I agree
No?
with that. I agree with that.
I don't agree.
Because I'm gonna say like a lot of times like somebody will, like scoot past me, they don't say excuse me. A lot like it's not a thing here though. Like y'all don't like in America, we look at our personal space as very valuable. So if you come in my personal space and you don't say excuse me or something, that's like very disrespectful.
Okay.
But like here, y'all
That
don't
might be a
look at
down south thing.
That's everywhere.
No,
I'm
I don't
telling
know.
you.
I've lived in Chicago. I love Chicagoans. I love Chicago. Shout out Chicago. But it's like that cold weather comes by and everyone's angry.
Oh, everybody get mad. cold weather.
Everyone's angry.
Yeah, everybody mad.
Like down south, it's
Yeah.
always warm. So you always kind of I feel like down south the default is be nice until you're not.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, up north, if you cut someone off up north, they're already cold. They have nothing to lose in their mind.
Like where do you mean when you say up north? Like
Chicago,
okay,
East Coast.
they're mad. Yeah.
I say
they're just-
Miami don't cut nobody off.
Okay.
Oh, Miami. I went to Miami
Not
for.
cut nobody off in Miami.
Oh my God.
No,
Can-
it's bad. Like you'll get into some serious
Can we
Yeah.
talk about Miami for a little?
tragic. Some serious tragedy if you cut somebody off Miami.
He's not wrong. I went to Randall Evans. He played in the CFL. One of my best buddies at Ottawa, and I went to his wedding in Miami. Awesome wedding, great wedding, man. Anyways, two things I noticed about Florida. What you see on Twitter is true. Like when you see the dirt bikes on the 6-lane highway,
Yep.
I saw that. There was a guy on a dirt bike struggling just to go 40, right? I'm like, what is he doing? 5 minutes later, he's doing a wheelie, popping a
Oh,
wheelie
boy.
on the highway next to
Okay.
me. And another thing I noticed, sorry, last night, I know I'm cutting it off. Every time you watch F1, you know what F1 is?
Oh, the
You
channel?
told me about it.
No,
That's all. That's
it's
the only
the
reason I
speed
know.
racing, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
really, really
yeah,
fast
yeah,
cars.
yeah.
All right.
I don't watch it, but I'm familiar with it.
Right. So in the very beginning, there's spots, right? And it goes like red, and it goes ding, ding,
Yeah,
green.
yeah.
It felt like that every stoplight, bro.
Ooh.
Every
Jeez.
stoplight. It didn't matter
Oh, yes.
who it was
He
in the
right.
car.
Yeah.
It's like
That light turn
It's
green,
go.
and you there for a split second, you
Oh
get
my
blowed.
everyone.
Oh.
I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what you look like, because I tried every demographic. It's like there's no way she's gonna do. Old grandma. I'm like, there's no way she's gonna come.
Oh,
up the
grandma
line.
gonna give it to you.
I'm like, oh my.
Grandma gonna
gosh.
snap on you.
Yeah. Sorry. Miami, great place though.
No, this is interesting though because we actually just talked to Cole Tucker and I asked him about pet peeves about Calgary, like things he didn't like, and the thing he said is he's from Illinois. He said people drive slow here, so probably compared to Chicago.
See, I don't got a car here, so I can't.
Okay,
I
you can't
really,
comment. Yeah.
comment
Too
on
slow,
that.
Calgary. Y'all
Too
need to
slow, I know.
speed up a
But
little
y'all
bit.
traffic ain't bad here though.
Yes, that's
Y'all don't
true.
have bad traffic. That's a great
But there's
thing.
no reason to be going 40 kilometers per hour on a highway.
No, that should never be
Kilometers?
happening.
You know what?
Are you
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
that a lot?
Oh
That
my
you
God,
should run
it's
that person
dangerous.
off.
Go ahead, man.
No, I was
have a
gonna say
lot
because y'all got to be like 100 kilometers for us to be like 80 miles per
60,
hour or something like that.
60 or 70.
What is it even? I don't even know the
What's
conversion.
a kilometer? I think it's
60, isn't it?
2.2?
60? No, like
100
80
kilometers
to 100.
is
1.66.
1.69. Thank you,
About two.
Aiden.
A little less than 2. It's ridiculous. And
I gotta learn all that in the weather because y'all be like it's 30 degrees. I'll be like it ain't cold.
I think
I'll
it's
be like,
I think
no,
it's
not.
times 2 plus
I don't know the
30.
weather either. the
Times 2 plus
conversion.
30.
Yeah, so
That
if it's
makes
30
sense.
degrees
That makes
times
sense, yeah.
260 plus 30, so it's 90 degrees
Yeah,
Fahrenheit.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Engineering
Okay, so you
background
feel
helping out.
safe in Canada, but like, what about? Have you been to the mountains yet? Like, have you seen any wildlife, like
See,
bears, cougars?
My roommate went a week and a half ago, and I was supposed to go, but he left too early. But when he got there, he told me like what you just said, like how you can basically get attacked by something at any moment. And I said, you know what?
You know?
Any moment.
I
He's
said, yeah,
right.
I'm good. because I know y'all real big on no firearms and stuff like that. So, and rifles and all that. So, I'm not going.
Granted, if a grizzly bear came, there's not much that would help.
That's right. I don't think a gun's going to help you anyways.
How do a grizzly bear that's not going to help?
We're not going to get into this because it's some kids watch this, but you would need certain particular type of protection. Quick story. So we went there, Banff, me and my wife, right? So we get there, we're about to go on a hike. They're like, yeah, there's a grizzly bear kind of hanging around. You want some bear spray? I'm with my wife. I'm like, I'll take anything to protect myself, right?
For sure.
There's a lot of problems with bear spray. So we're
Agreed.
out. We're like,
ain't it like mace?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It get in your face.
Exactly.
There are so many things that go wrong because we were like out kind of by ourselves. I didn't see another 2 hikers for like a mile. So I put my music on, which is a big no-no for most people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's at least a deterrent, right? In case a bear, like, there's people there, I'm gonna avoid them. So I put my music on, right? But then we got to a point, I'm like, you're not supposed to do this, and they're probably gonna get our money back. But we wanted to test the bear spray. Like, we wanted to see, like, if we had to use this, how to use it, right?
Oh boy.
Number one, first thing you do, check the wind.
100%.
Like this wind right now
wind
would
was
be a
going
lot
this
of
way,
trouble.
and
Yeah.
we just made sure it wasn't swirling. We did a little.
Really?
But, yeah.
I've never used it. So this is.
I hope you never do.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem very useful. Because imagine the wind's going this way, guys. Right? You guys can't feel it. Imagine if the bear was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I spray it,
It's going to be right to you. It'll come to somebody that's standing way over there. Like,
So-
it'll do that. Yeah.
yeah. So then it's like, what's the point?
What's the point?
We just have a gruesome death
People
anyway.
have it. They use it. I think it must work kind of, but I think a lot of things have to go right.
They actually
you have
say-
to have it out and ready. And if that grizzly is coming straight at you, I guess you need to let it close enough to you before you let it off to actually make it work.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine how that would go. I think avoidance is the best strategy.
If I ever lock eyes
Best
with a
strategy.
grizzly bear,
You're finished.
it's just
over.
don't be the slowest. This is why I'm a
Right.
big believer in athletics. I mean, it's human instinct, right? So if me and Clarence are out there, it's just me and him.
Yep.
And there's a grizzly bear. A
I'm gonna
grizzly
get
bear
I'm
can
gonna-
only get one person
And
at a time.
Yeah, and it's going to be.
And it's not going to be me.
It got to be you.
It's not going to be me.
Because I'm a lot faster.
I don't think so.
So.
And even if you were a lot faster, let's assume
A lot faster.
I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find like a rock, a crevice, and it's not gonna find me. And it's about being smart too.
There you
So
go.
kids, stay in PE, run around, stay in school. You never know when you need
to run away from a bear.
to run away from a
From a bear.
grizzly bear.
Any surprises about Canada, Clarence, other than that the people are nice? You're
Y'all,
so sure about it?
y'all have a lot more food choices, but only thing everything. I always say everything gonna be pros and cons.
Yes.
So with the pros, y'all got more food choices, but and when I say food choices, it's like in McDonald's. I just use them as a prime example. Like we don't have.
The prime example.
Cause I
is
eat it a lot. I eat McDonald's a lot. Y'all don't have. We don't have the snack wrap no more in the U.S.
Okay.
Oh wow!
But y'all don't have.
You know the menu.
Y'all don't have a. Y'all don't have a McSpicy though. Y'all got a spicy chicken, but y'all don't got the McSpicy.
Mixed spicy. Yeah, I don't think I've heard
Y'all
of that
don't got
before.
that.
Okay.
And y'all barbecue sauce here.
Do you know
Really?
why? Do you know
It's
why?
bad.
Just like
They took the
bland.
sugar out of
or-
the-
Do you
Yeah.
know why?
Oh.
Yes. Why?
Sugar loss.
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, what am I eating? I was eating. I'm like, nah.
You know what else is
nah.
different?
What?
McGriddles.
McGriddles.
They can't put as much syrup on it
Oh
because of sugar
yeah.
laws. Free healthcare.
And
Got to keep the people healthy.
Nah, this is the number one thing. Nah, he
I
right.
love it.
That's
I
the
love
main-
it.
in
Free-
America?
Yes.
The
They're
number one
like-
thing is no sweet tea. That's what really messed me up. Y'all got Nest tea or something.
Well, iced
Yeah.
tea.
Iced tea.
Iced. I hate
That's not
iced
the
tea.
same?
It's mixed with like lemonade and what's the name of it? It's mixed with
No,
lemonade.
no.
and tea.
That's called the Arnold Palmer. That's complete.
Yeah, the Arnold Palmer is the real
Arnold
deal.
That's a
Palmer
good
is
drink,
that's
yeah.
that
That's
you
the
can put
real-
you can put iced tea
Yeah.
and lemonade and it's fine. But let's talk about iced tea in Canada for a second. All right,
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
1 minute. This take me 1 minute.
We got time.
It's my little spill.
Okay.
People say because sweet tea, it's an automatic down south. Automatic. If you
Automatic.
say tea, it's sweet until you
It's
say
sweet,
it's
yeah,
iced,
yeah.
like or it's not sweet. Like,
Oh,
You gotta go out of
okay.
your way to say no. Like I want it unsweet.
You gotta go
say
out your
unsweet.
way.
Right.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's assumed sweet. All right, whatever. Give it. So people are like, oh, Micah, just get the iced tea and just put the sugar in the iced tea. Let me tell you something about physics. If something is cold, if it's cold,
That
and you
part.
put sugar cane in the cold water,
Yeah.
does it mix or does it fall straight to the bottom?
That part.
So now I'm opening up 6
That's why
packets
tea is hot when you
because
mix
it
it.
mixes it up.
Then you put the ice in
Homogeneous.
there.
So don't tell me it's the same. It's not the same. It's completely different.
Fall right to the
It
bottom.
just falls right to the
And
bottom.
when you
So
put
now-
that straw in there, you're gonna be just sucking sugar.
I literally just
Gonna be
go
like-
at the top to get it cold, and if I want any sweetness, I got to put my straw at the very bottom to get the sweetness. And it's like 6 packets. So now I have 6 packets on the
Yep.
dining table, and people are mad at me like, "Oh, Micah, that's too much sugar." Well, I'm not tasting it. So iced tea is not the same as sweet tea, and iced tea can never be sweet tea.
Ever. It's just not gonna go.
I
gotta
did
open
not
up
think
my-
iced tea was going to
oh
be
my
this
God.
controversial.
Oh,
It's
no, it's
just
bad.
terrible.
I'm
Okay,
addicted to
It's
tea.
terrible,
I'm
yeah.
addicted to sweet tea.
Everyone down south, you know what?
So it's that much sweeter than iced tea, is what you're
30
saying.
times.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
sweet. It's
It's super sweet.
Like you go to McDonald's and you get you a sweet tea in America.
yeah.
Yeah.
or if you go to a taqueria
Yeah.
in San Antonio. So there's a taqueria. There's 3 taquerias in my town, right? Maybe 4 or 5. You buy sweet tea, it's like 60 cents. Number 2, another thing about Canada, you can get refills for free. That's never been a thing.
Nah,
I don't know.
nah.
I came down to Canada and it's like
Yeah.
$1 refill
Yeah. And McDonald's doesn't have the refill
station.
no more. You gotta go take your cup to them.
We used
yeah.
to have it though, I
Yeah.
think. I think we used to
Guys,
have free
we're getting
refills
cheated.
everywhere. I didn't
We're
realize
getting
they started
cheated in Calgary.
charging for
We're all
that.
getting cheated. Anyways,
Wow.
I get a 60-cent. You know those big styrofoam cups, the ones you can't even hold with one hand.
Oh yeah.
That you get full off of that.
Yeah.
And then on the way out, they're like, they ask you, "Do you want to top that off?" I was like, "Oh man, I almost forgot. Thank you. Yes."
Nah,
Anyways, and then I go out and I work out, of course, burn off all
Right.
those thousands of calories we just ate.
Okay.
The taqueria.
I have to follow this up back to McDonald's being the prime example. Do you have any other examples of the food choices in Calgary/Canada?
What do I be eating a lot? I know that oh yeah. Popeyes.
Oh, Popeyes.
This is what I got mad about.
Popeyes.
When I go on DoorDash or Uber Eats, I see the original how the macaroni supposed to look. Like you do. It's like oven baked macaroni. I ordered the macaroni and it's the little kids macaroni. I said, what is this?
I think they call it KD.
It's called like
So it's
what's
just
it?
like a tiny-
Kraft
Kraft
macaroni.
dinner?
I
They
said,
call it
Kraft dinner.
KD. It's
I
not
said,
the
what
same.
is this?
And on top of that, the proportions are like
Oh, boy.
Little. Like I'm like, bro, what is, I'm like, no, they didn't. And the cheese is like it's like water. The cheese is like water.
Is the chicken okay?
Oh, the chicken. One thing about Canada, I give y'all this. Y'all food is gonna be hot and ready.
Okay.
In America, I done got DoorDash so much. Oh my God. I be like, what is this? I'm going on the DoorDash app, help, complain, everything. I'm complaining.
Nothing.
No,
911.
I'm dead serious. Like I complain almost every two DoorDash I order in America. I complain.
But here it's
Here,
They're on
I
it.
can't really never complain.
maybe
I'm
your
like,
problem's too much DoorDash.
Nah.
we should
It ain't
test
cool
that
to do that.
theory. We should get you back on the podcast. We should order something at the beginning and see if it shows up by the time
Just
we're
say
done
free
after
food
25
during the
minutes.
podcast?
Nah, yeah.
I'm down for that.
That is, yeah.
That's an interesting way to
I could
get
actually
guys on
get
the
more
podcast.
guys on the
There you
podcast
go.
on that.
Now we're talking.
You know
yeah.
what? You want to come back?
Nah, I like it.
You
I
like
never really knew what this was, and I like it though. I like talking.
We
like
like
this.
just not explaining it. We just like
Yeah.
sitting you down and just
Yeah, I was like, what is it? Like, Micah just be like, come on, let's do it. I be like, bro, what? Because he wanted
pretty
me
much
to do it
what I
like
said.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't even know what it is. Like,
Yeah.
what? I need to be ready. I need
Is
to.
this accurate? I said it's whatever.
It's just
Talk?
whatever though.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
We're
said.
pretty passionate about food, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and driving laws.
driving
We can
laws.
talk
I
more
like
about
it.
that. There's a lot of things.
Okay, well, here's the thing though about the podcast is we try to keep it to 25 minutes, and I think we're almost at 25 minutes. Micah, I know you want to go longer.
And we're good.
But
People
I-
don't have the attention spans. I understand.
But this is why we can have you back on the show.
Yeah.
Do you have a nickname, by the way? Do you go by
Me? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got a nickname.
Chuck?
My nick. No,
Clarence?
no.
Chuck.
Oh, that's
Chuck.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles. is Chuck.
Sorry,
I'm
Charles is Chuck.
I'm
You're-
C9, but I'm not number 9. You know, that's like that's the number I had in high school.
Okay.
Somebody gave it to me, and it always stuck with me. It came more than just a football name. It became like that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, you can find me at all social media, C9, but right now I don't got no social media. It'll be back in like 2 weeks.
Actually, we need to ask you about that. Someone said he doesn't have social media, and we have all these good videos and photos of you, but you're not on there.
So back in May, you know, I knew I was taking a big journey to Canada.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to lock in because I feel like I wasn't locked in enough. So I deleted all my social media.
Okay.
I still got Twitter though, but I don't really use it like that. I just use it to I like Twitter because it got like it's all my sports and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I keep that, but Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, I ain't got none of that right now.
That's
until about 2 more weeks I'll bring it back.
Okay.
Good
Probably,
man.
yeah, 2 more
Good
weeks.
man. Look
Yeah.
at this
Okay,
guy.
everyone get ready. He's
Millennial?
going to be back on IG.
I'll be back on Instagram.
Excellent.
And I love Instagram. So me not being on it for 3.5 months, yeah, I've been missing.
You know what
it.
else we can get on?
What?
Purple Shift.
Purple Shift, what's that?
All right, just Google that, guys. Anyways, go
Purple
ahead.
shifts. Okay. I think we're done.
Yes.
We covered a lot of topics. That was good. Thank you for being here, Micah. Thanks for being here. As
problem.
always.
Sure.
Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. We'll see you after the bye week, I think. Yeah. Okay.